Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. And that's where I am, as a matter of fact, in our studios in downtown Lansing. And we're going to venture across town right now. We're going to go to one of our favorite law firms and one of the larger and more effective ones in the state of Michigan, Foster, Swift, Collins, and Smith, with offices all over the place. And I'm not going to attempt to start with them. Mark Koerner joins us right now, and he's an attorney with that group. And Mark, let's start out, if we could, talking a little bit about the law specialties there at Foster Swift, and you in particular.
Sure. Thanks, Chris. Foster Swift obviously is a full service firm, and we can offer services in pretty much any type of law needs people have. I mean, we have obviously a business practice group, we have municipal practice group, we have litigation practice group. So the services we offer run the gambit. Myself in particular, I am lucky that I get to represent a diverse group of clients in a diverse group of areas of law. I am the general counsel for multiple transit associations throughout the state. So I provide labor and employment law, contract review and negotiation, those types of things, anything they need on a day-to-day basis. But I also represent corporations in business formation, complex commercial litigation, and I represent other drain commissioners and municipalities and environmental litigation and drain work as well. So I get to do a lot of different things with the firm, which is really fun.
Well, it also sounds like you get both perspectives from both sides of the street there. That's really invaluable.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, working with some of these, for instance, the drain commissioners, once you've worked on a drain project from that side, when you've got a developer coming in and they've got issues with how they're going to handle the water flow on their properties, it's good to have that background in order to assist them.
Well, I don't want to get into drain commissioners because that's a whole nother show, all right? But congratulations on that work. And you guys are a huge firm, as a matter of fact. I remember when we went down to your groundbreaking in Detroit, that has been a very good market for you as well. You've experienced some pretty good growth there.
Yeah, we as you said earlier, we have offices all over the state, including Detroit, Holland, Traverse City, Southfield. So we pretty much any place that you need clients need work, we can be there. Especially now that we've all become more adept at the Zoom meetings and things, we are able to obviously communicate with folks that way as well. So yeah, we're available. Detroit is a big market for us, but we're all over the state, available for whatever anybody needs.
Well, and I want to point this out because I actually utilized it at one point doing a lot of international business. You guys were one of the first ones into the EB-5 program.
Yep, and I'm not actually familiar with that part of our work. So
okay, so that's where people would invest in businesses from foreign countries, and they would get a green card in conjunction with that. But it was a quagmire of things you had to go through, and you guys developed some great expertise.
Well, and that's one of the great things about Foster Swift is that I don't have to know every aspect of it because we have specialists that do just about everything. So I always have the ability to give somebody a call and say, hey, this is out of my wheelhouse. Help me out here. So it's a good thing.
And there's an advantage to have those all under one roof, even if they're different people, So.
Absolutely.
So listen, let's go to another, because you guys have always been very participatory in, benevolence in your community, in your marketplaces. And one of the things you do, and it's one of the biggest fundraisers for our major health system here in Sparrow, is the Dapper Dads. Now, you're talking to a former Mr. January, a point I'm very proud of, as a matter of fact. But I was involved in this early on, and we raised some pretty good money, and we thought we'd hit the ceiling. You guys are blowing that out. Why don't you explain to everybody what Dapper Dads is?
Well, essentially it's a fashion show. I think right now there's 23 different representatives from the community that are participating in the fashion show. It's sponsored by Casa Checks, so we all get to get dressed up in some really high quality menswear. And there's a fundraiser, obviously, but it culminates with the fashion show at the end, where we all get to walk down the runway and show our stuff. The great thing about it is it's supporting the Women's Working Wonders Network that provides health services to women in the area. It's near and dear to my heart because my daughter was born at Sparrow, and breast cancer has touched our family. So it's just a great way for us to provide back to the local health community and take care of the women in our community as well.
Yeah, well, that's the next thing I was going to ask you, because I remember when I got in, I thought, well, this is the right thing to do. And incidentally, I was on the board at Sparrow for quite a while too, so this was a major fundraiser. But tell me about the experience of getting involved, why you got involved, and kind of what that means to you.
Well, I didn't know a whole lot about it, but my firm had participated several years. Charlie Jansen was one of the Dapper Dads on the calendar, probably back when you were doing it as well. And he came to me and kind of gave me an idea of what it was about. And for me, there was no question that it was something that I'd like to get involved in. I mean, for instance, this year I think that the funds are going to that we're raising are going to a dedicated ultrasound room at Sparrow Hospital, and updated equipment and technology. So it's just all the things they do are so great that there was a no-brainer that this is something we should definitely be involved in.
Well, and like you say, that organization too, Women Working Wonders, has been tremendous for the hospital over the years. But just enhancing, I think, with their philosophy, making this a healthier community and more open access to that health, which they do really well. So congratulations on being a part of that.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I couldn't be more happy to be a part of it. So
Well, it's good to have you on, and give my best to everybody there at Foster Swift, if you will.
will do, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right. Mark Koerner, attorney with Foster Swift, Collins and Smith. I'm Chris Holman, and you are watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. And don't go away, because there's a lot ahead, as there always is. We'll be right back.